try to do this safely while I'm driving. Headed north towards Bend to go to the Gambler 500. And go cook for like 16 bands. I almost didn't go this morning because when I woke and all that stuff and how much fuel costs and everything like that, I was starting to get worried, and I was like, yeah, I got enough to get there, but I really don't have a whole lot to eat with. I'm thankful for, I am noticing which people that have been kind of in support of me being able to, how do I put it? They're being supportive on not just me moving forward. They just want to see me succeed regardless what's going on. I've got some supportive friends around, not a whole lot. I've got a couple. Maybe more that, I've just kind of closed myself off to a little bit and kept a distance because I just don't want to bring the shit to their house too. I have been having, this time to think, kind of roll through the emotions. Excuse me, damn it. Why is it every time I go to do a vid, I start to feel like I've got a belch or something? It's just... No, I just know that I've been getting all this time to just kind of roll through the emotions and all that stuff. And yes, I miss my wife because of what all's gone on. I feel like my marriage, I don't understand why it failed like it did. I really don't. I feel like it was cut too soon because I was getting ready to go to school and everything, and then waking up from the hospital like that and trying to figure out what the fuck's going on. And I was really sick, like physically and mentally, and then trying to figure out what was going on. And instead of people telling me what happened, I was getting called crazy the whole time. To this day, I still don't know what all happened that week. All I can go by is what people told me. I miss my family. I miss being able to be a dad. I miss being a part of my kid's life. There's a lot of shit I miss. And the happiest time of my life was when I had a family. When I had somebody that I could go home to and there was people there that gave a shit. And it's like, I feel like regardless where I'm at, whether I'm at my folks' place or even where I'm at now, it doesn't exist. I'm just expected to be somebody's bitch. And the hard part is I love my family very much. And I have this problem where I keep forgiving, and it's like, it's okay to forgive, it's just I need to know when to say no more. I do think politics has been a big problem. That's been also a problem within the family. It has been a problem. That's actually why I pay attention to what's going on in the world around me now, but I'm not paying attention to this party or that party or this politician or that politician. I'm not doing any of that anymore. All I found that politics does is just, it causes hate. It destroys people. It destroys families. It destroys friendships. it's like, I can't help but put it as it's Satan's religion. Like, it's one thing that's taken people... The one thing that has taken people further and further away from God is politics. There's a place for having leadership, government, that type of stuff. But I feel like we've given almost like a godly amount of power to those people. And they're abusing it really bad. And using the media as their voice. And it's like, that's the devil speaking. And it's affected so many lives. It's destroyed so many families. And the more I just think about it with this situation, it's like my younger son and his wife and all that, I guess it's in January, they're going to move to my folks' place so that way they can... Basically, so that my son and his wife can save a little, which is good. My family's actually always been there. We have this habit of allowing ourselves to be somebody's doormat. And I kind of learned that habit from my mom and dad. The inability to say no, or you want to say no, or even if you do say no, you end up going back on it. But I realized too that with them moving in there and them wanting to take over my parents' house while at the same time being able to they want to allow my folks to stay there so that way my dad has some help too with taking care of my mom. And I think I'm about to make one of the hardest decisions I've ever made in my life. Yeah, I'm scared. And I'm on this massive roller coaster, but I understand I need to let a lot of shit go. Because I've been weighed down a lot by just being used by people. And it's like, I don't mind doing things for other people. It's when it's just like I'm just being a slave. It's like I can read people fairly well, but then I'm also naive to people's intentions. I feel obligated to just stay in Oregon because I keep hoping that I can get my family back. And I miss them very much, but I feel like all the shit that's gone on between the gossiping, the shit talking, the demonization, being alienated for so long and being isolated for so long, which has affected my social abilities in a lot of ways. The fact that I've just spent the last near 5 years giving everything I got to a relationship and nothing to show for it. Well, they got to keep everything they ever fucking made, basically. And I've just been looked at as shit because I've had to put all my time and energy into that home, that property, into a relationship that was going nowhere because it's just being used. And then because of that, and I was being emotionally, mentally, financially, it's like every which way drained. I couldn't do the things that I really needed to do. And as much as I want to help my kids out, my kids are grown adults. And the last few years when I needed them most, especially when they knew me better than that, they joined in on the hatred. They joined in on the threats, the demonization. I know my son's gonna be okay. He's a damn good worker. He's actually a damn good man. I know my mom and dad are gonna be okay. I just feel like I keep juggling that because I haven't taken out of the equation of possibly moving out of state. I still haven't taken it out. Yes, I want to be able to stay in Oregon. Yes, I want to be able to start a business here. I mean, genuinely, the business that I want to start, like, I got things going in steps in my head, because there's no way I could start the business I really, in the overall scheme of it all, I wouldn't be able to start right away. It'd be really difficult to do. That's why I just feel like taking things in steps, it's easier, and I don't get overwhelmed because I've just been doing it. I've been doing everything by myself for so long, and I can't. I don't expect help, but I also, at the same time, how do I put it? I don't expect help. It's just I also know that there is no help. And there's usually, I'll be there, and then there's nobody there, and I'm alone. And at times I have to wait for months and months and months, and it's like I'm so stuck on other people's schedules, and all I've been wanting to do is just get shit done so I can focus on what needs to be done, what I need to do, especially to even better myself. How can I be there for someone if I can't even fucking either work a job I can actually do that isn't so, especially emotionally draining, and I'm not dealing with all this fucking hate from people? Because I can't take the hate. I love my family very, very much. No matter how much they hate me. I love my children's mothers very, very much, no matter how much they hate me. One of them, though, I don't even know if they're even a real person. They're a real person, but I've been lied to so fucking badly by them and deceived so damn badly for so long. I don't know who they are. I don't know what's the real them. I mean, there's been times that we've argued and I've had to ask, which person am I talking to right now? The one that loves me or the one that fucking hates me? I don't want to go the rest of my life like this. And I feel like if I stay in Oregon, I'll be alright for most part. Because I can figure it out. It's just going to be a constant struggle. And I'm starting to feel like the only option I really actually have is I need to leave. Because so many people listen to this shit talking, they believe it. Even those who've known me for a very long time, even if we hadn't talked for a short bit of time, they know me. And they still drink the Kool-Aid. I just want I want a home. And they say home is where the heart is. Home isn't a building. I'm having a hard time with this, but I understand I've got to let go. I forgive my wife for leaving the way she did. Yes, it still hurts from time to time, but really it doesn't bother me anymore. I understand that whether it was right or wrong, And for whatever reasons of her own or external reasons, whether they were influenced from someone else, she obviously did it for personal reasons that she needed to deal with. My current ex, as much as it hurts still, I do forgive her too. I still get angry. I still get moments where I get angry with her because it's like, why? Why couldn't you just stop your shit and just be like, this man's giving it everything he fucking has, and all I've ever done is go around, talk shit to his kids, talk shit to his family, talk shit to his friends, talk shit to my family, talk shit to my friends, and destroy who this man is. And no matter what, he still loved me. No matter what, he still stuck by me. No matter what, he supported everything I chose to do, whether he liked it or not. I think going on this, I get whether you want to call it a vacation or something else, a spirit walk. As much as all this contemplation and stuff like that has been hurting, I think I know what I need to do. And I know what choices I've got to make. It's just, it's not going to be easy. It's just, I'm tired of that fucking word. I need to start putting myself first for once. And not in a selfish way. I just need to make sure that not only do I see this process of this healing process through, but I need to heal from all of it. From my childhood all the way up to this shit with my current ex. I need to heal from all of it. And I can't heal from it if I'm still stuck on it and I'm still obligating myself to people who hate me. I've continued to just leave it in God's hands, even when at times I kind of want to argue with them and be like, look, I want it this way. Look, I want to, can I just go back to sleep? And then when I wake up, my wife still be there. And none of this stuff happened. None of this political bullshit. None of this fucking hatred. All this cheating, all this lying. All this manipulation, the deception. Can I please just go back to sleep? But I know that can't happen. And I feel like even if I try to go back, even if I try to, it's just going to lead to the same things again anyways. I feel like I've got to sever basically almost all ties. It doesn't mean I have to stop talking to my parents. It doesn't mean I have to stop talking to my brothers. It doesn't mean I have to stop talking to my best friend Nate. It doesn't mean any of that. I need to sever this shit and I need to move past it. I need to leave. And I think I need to go back to what I was originally considering. And like I said, I keep juggling this. I I need to leave Oregon. Because I feel like if I stay here, it just isn't going to matter. Yeah, I'll be able to get my business going. Yeah, it'll be a little more difficult when it comes to getting a normal home. But I'm tired of being in limbo. I'm tired of being people's doormat and stepping stool and shelf warmer and something to just stuff in a closet and forget about till you want something. It's gonna be a long. It's gonna be a long, hard road to heal. But I don't want to keep bathing in all the fucking hatred that I've been dealing. I don't know who's being honest to me, even when it comes to my own children. I don't know if they're being deceptive at times and all that because of what's gone on over the last few years. I don't know what to do. And so I'm just I'm really considering and thinking about I need to leave Oregon still. I still need to follow through. And because I know my folks are going to be okay, they'll have their grandson and great-grandchild. They'll still have my other brother that I don't see very much because I've been keeping a distance. It's the brother that I dealt with being abused by from the age of 3 to the age of 5. It's the one I keep some level of a distance from. I don't hate him. I love my brother and I forgive him. It's just I still haven't completely healed from everything that went on. And a lot of that has to do with our mom. I went a long time, thinking, yeah, my brother, basically answered for what he did, only to have my mom just flat out happily tell me that, no, he got away with what he did to you. And it's like, oh, that's the one person that he kept failing for in the lie detector tests. The one person that they kept saying, my brother wasn't being honest about all his victims. That's the one person that, yeah, and come to find out that was me. My brother got away with 3 years of abusing me while everybody else, it wasn't good either way. I don't want anybody to think that 3 years of abuse is any worse than somebody being abused once or twice or, whatever. And some of those people that were involved were equally involved with my brother. And for my mom to flat out happily tell me she was happy he got away with it. Yeah, he did enough time. Every single person who's ever abused me in my life has got away with it. Can I at least find somebody who won't do that to me, or won't use me, or make me feel like I'm being manipulated, or anything like that? I don't hate any of these people. That's the problem. I can't say that's a problem. It's just I don't hate any of them. I'm just tired of how I've been getting treated. I'm tired of the hatred. I just want to feel like I belong somewhere. I want to feel like there's a home for me somewhere. I wish I wasn't so eclectic, and yeah, I'm in my 40s yet. I'm still pretty much might as well be in my teens because I still have that kid-like mind. I get curious about a lot of shit. I struggle on focusing on certain things, and that's why, when it comes to wanting to start a business, I am hoping to find somebody that can help me, in essence, run it, because I need somebody to help keep me focused while doing so. It's outside of work, yeah, might be able to enjoy like the little side project things or something. But I might be, I'd be able to stick with hobbies and all that shit, like my photography and things, and I'd still be able to go on walks and all. I'd still get to be able to work with animals and in the garden and all that stuff. But when it comes to being able to run a business and working it, I need help staying focused on it. I don't want to be overwhelmed and just give up because I'm stuck by myself trying to do all this shit. Yeah, I'm working through a lot of things in my head right now, even as I'm talking, because I'm kind of trying my best to listen. I guess you could say I'm trying my best to listen to what God has to say, and obviously God doesn't speak in verbal words or whatever, and I don't think anybody could ever expect a verbal response. It's usually just paying attention to the world around you and what's going on. And I've been somewhat blocked off and closed off because I'm still stuck on the past, and I gotta let it go. I have to go through the emotions. There's more healing to this than just what my current ex did to me. It's everything. I'm just hoping here, as this healing goes on and all this stuff starts to go through, and start feeling better about myself in a way that I can cut back and quit smoking and get to a point that I can just quit having to rely on my medication to deal with my anxiety and to deal with the pain management from the NF2. I don't like the fact that I have to take drugs to keep myself going. And it's not like I'm doing all these really bad drugs. I mean, when it comes down to it, vice-wise, the only vices I have in my life, really, is soda, cigarettes, and cannabis. And cannabis is one of the things I was prescribed, and I can't deny the fact that, as much as other people want to go, oh, you can't get addicted to that. Yes, I have an addiction to it. No, I'm not one of those typical people where I'm looking at it going, I'm running low, I got to go buy more. It's really not like that. I make sure that I have all the time, and usually even then I still have stuff around that I like that I have just sitting in jars and stuff like that, so I'm not really necessarily going without constantly. So it's not like, it's like, well, I've got enough to get by, the next few days. I don't need to hurry and get down there and buy more, that type of thing. Like a lot of drug addicts will do. They'll look at their shit and they're like, oh, I'm halfway gone. I've got an ounce of this, but I'm halfway gone. Or I've got like an eighth left. Yeah, I've got to go buy more. It depends on what your addiction is. But I know I recognize addictions. I recognize a lot of that shit, and it's because I've been there and I've watched what a lot of it's done to people, and I watched what it's done to families, in individual lives. It's not okay. It's not good, and a lot of times it's because of what people are going through in their private lives. It's usually the number one drive. They don't know how to cope with the shit because they don't have anybody. So in essence, the devil becomes their friend. The great deceiver, the one that promises you that, hey, this will make you feel better, this will help take it away, this will help you be able to cope with things better. No, it's not true. That's even prescription drugs, not just street drugs, all of it. I just know There's a lot of shit that I need to change, and a lot of it has to do with I just need to sever ties with basically almost every person around me. Family and those that I think are my friends, and they're really not. I know which ones are really actually being supportive, whether they get something out of it or not. They've been really supportive of me and trying to help me succeed and get away from this shit so I can break this cycle. Because it's a combination of self-torture, because I love too fucking much. That's what it feels like at times. And then allowing myself to be tortured because I keep allowing people to use me and walk on me. And Lord knows, I am definitely not a perfect angel. I'm an asshole. I know I'm an asshole at times. No, I speak blunt, or I'll speak what I'm thinking, because I don't, depending on what it is, I don't want to sit there and try to speak in metaphor or try to keep giving examples. I just try to say it like it is, because I don't know how else to say it for someone to understand, because half the time already I deal with the fact of I feel like I speak, Chinese or German, and everybody else is speaking English, even if we're speaking the same language. I just gotta stop stop trying to do what's best for people who hate me, let alone try to give energy to doing things for people that hate me. I need to learn to start saying no more, and I need to focus on healing, and I need to focus on letting go. Otherwise, I'm going to keep getting stuck in the cycle, and it's not going to get better. I know I keep juggling whether to stay in Oregon or leave Oregon, but I think if I found the right home, and I guess you could say opportunity, to where I feel that I could maybe be the most effective, maybe, or things could be, I don't know how, I'm having a bad time trying to put into words what I'm thinking right now. I just know there's better out there, that I shouldn't have to keep going through all this hatred. And as much as it's gonna hurt, it might hurt some people, or they don't want me to make that kind of decision, I feel like I have to. I feel like I need to go. I'm not going to sever the relationship between me and my son that I raised. I love my son very much, and I love my grandchild. And I feel that if I get somewhere to where I can actually afford my home, start my business without worry, I can still be there for my son and my grandchild and their family when need be, but I can't do it. I don't think otherwise. And if I stay in Oregon and try to go that route, I'm sacrificing myself more to go through basically more torture, more self-torture, I guess you could say. I'll just put it that way. I don't know how to explain it. It's like, I know I won't reach my full potential. I guess that's how I word it. I don't know how to word it. I just know that I can do better with my life if I don't have all the shit going on. And I feel like I genuinely feel like I'm sounding conceited, and that's, I don't like this feeling of just, it's just I gotta let God direct me to what's best for my life, not allow the devil to control me to do what's best for somebody else's life. And it doesn't mean I can't still do things for other people. It doesn't mean I can't do my part in a relationship and all that stuff. It doesn't, any of that. Because to me, like I said, I'm not money driven. I'm not materialistically driven. Yes, I'm an eclectic, curious human being that I just like to feed my brain. I like to learn new things. I get excited about some of the most simplest of things, between good food and, like, day before yesterday, seeing the cherries on the tree and all that stuff. That actually made my day, even though I was still slipping back a bit into the depression. I'm still battling that depression. It's just, I realize I need to let go. I think I need to, as much as I don't want to, and as much as I really want to stay in Oregon, something's telling me I'm not going to find what I've been hoping for and wishing for and basically dreaming about, you might as well say, nearly my whole life. I'm not going to find it here in Oregon. I'm just going to keep hurting on other people's behalfs and not just my own. There's better out there, and I don't want my family, especially my kids, to feel like I'm giving up on them, because I'm not. I've given up on myself for too long, and I can't do more than what I have if I keep going down this road. I'm confused. I'm gonna be juggling this stuff for a little bit, and that's why I'm probably, even after the house sells, unless something comes up beforehand, after all the stuff with the house is finished, I'm probably just gonna sit on the money for a little bit. Yeah, I'm definitely getting me a bike, so I can just get out and still keep busy a little bit and all that, but everything else I think I'm just gonna sit on until I know exactly how or what or where I'm doing this. I don't know how many times I've said it before, and I don't know about here on YouTube, but I want to be able to live my dream, yet at the same time, I don't want to do it alone. As in, it'd just be nice if I had an equal out there. I just had somebody that actually gave a shit about me as a person, not about what I do or don't have. Basically, I just want someone to love me for me. And yeah, it's just like anybody else, any man or woman out there. You just want somebody to love you for who you are. And when it comes to supporting you, I'm not talking money-wise. I don't know why a lot of times when it comes to, going, I need help, or you just want somebody's support, their first thought is here's money. here's money. I got money. It's like, that's not really what I want. And I don't like that it's so hard for me to be able to verbalize and communicate what's in my brain, and be able to do so in a clear way. And a lot of times too, it's also just the fact that I just get uncomfortable about some of it, and I start to become vague about things because I don't have the confidence to just say it. And if it's not that, I know what I'm envisioning, I just don't know how to verbally describe it. But anyways, I'm going to stop here. I've been rambling again for 41 minutes now. Just, yeah. Part of it too is because I'm not sitting here kind of bored driving all the way up. I'm trying my best to keep seeing that there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and that this is only temporary. I'm trying to get myself to understand that sometimes, well, not sometimes, God knows better than I do. And I can't keep arguing with him. I can't keep, if he has something else in mind, I can't keep denying it. I have to just let it happen, I guess. So that's what I'm doing, and I'm trying to make sure that I don't slip back into that damn bullshit cycle I've been living in my whole life, basically. It's got to change. And I feel like the only way it's going to change is if I break away from everybody. And I've got to forgive the things from my past and let them go. So that way I don't have it interfering with what's going on in the present anymore. So yeah. I will keep folks updated on, I'll share vids of the Gambler and all that stuff when I get up there, and right now the next few days is just for setup, like setting it up, and then it's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is the Gambler 500. I'll be the main cook when it comes to cook, because I'll be cooking for the bands. There's like 15 or 16 bands that are going to be there, and so I'll be cooking there for them, and getting all that dealt with. I just gotta make sure that I gotta keep my focus. I gotta keep busy. I gotta keep positive. I mean, I am gonna get to meet some of my, it's kind of strange. There are TV and movie stars that I really like to meet. Like people like Scott Baio, Kevin Sorbo, even like, I think it'd be cool to meet Jennifer Lawrence and people like that. But I actually find myself leaning more, of all things, people like, even like, say like Cameron Kirk or Kirk Cameron or whatever, and different ones like that, different Christian actors and all that stuff. Hollywood has become too toxic. Other than that, I'm starting to ramble over random things now. I'm getting excited to meet some of my favorite YouTubers. So yeah. that's gonna be cool. But anyways, thanks for watching. I'm sorry I rambled for so long. Hoping to try and keep getting more, try and push myself more and more. Not try. I need to do. In time, I will be. I'll. In time, over time, I will slowly start being able to upload more and more positive videos where I have more and more good news and just not so much depressing shit. I just got to get through this moment. So, thank you for watching. Try and have a good day. Be safe out there. Don't cause too much trouble.